I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't resist. I did play this game, like the first few minutes of this game already, just to see what it looked like and stuff. It's great. Like, I've played the original, I mean like what the remake looks like in comparison. So technically it's not the first time I played the game, but, well, it wouldn't have been anyways, but I've only played like the first, like, I think maybe I finished the prologue, which doesn't take very long. Starting from my secondary user though, because just because, like, it's completely fresh, I guess. I don't know if I'm gonna do... Oh, okay, so that was you there. That was just a test stream yesterday. I was just figuring out all the settings and stuff. Like the audio settings mainly, because I always have issues with those. And it was Drew and Jaden and I, and they were helping me like figure stuff out and test it. But we saw another person joined, and we didn't know who it was. I'm glad it was you and not like a rando. Not that a rando would have been bad, but that wasn't designed for the public eye. It was me figuring stuff out. I'm deciding on whether I'm gonna like read the text on the screen. Usually people read the text. I probably will read it, but I don't know if I'll do like voices. I don't really do voices. Not in a performance sense, anyways. It is a little different already. Before, in the original game, that this little story segment at the start was like played technically before you got to the title screen, and you could skip it if you wanted. But now it's like part of the opening of the game, which I kind of like that actually, because it gives you a little bit of context. I just realized I don't really have a way to I don't have a way to see when people join and stuff. I don't have that kind of stream stuff. Forgot to... Maybe I can set that up really quick, if that's a quick thing to do. Let's see when people... I'll have to look up how to do it, though. I don't know, that's something I should have looked up yesterday to try to figure out. I guess I'll just have to keep an eye on it. I've got like a group of tabs set up. Maybe I can just move it over to the side. Yeah, concurrent viewers is right now. Well, at the most recently available time. I can pop the chat back in, I guess. Yeah, that's... I like, yeah, I like that detail of the gallows in the town square. It's kind of funny that they put that in a Mario game, let alone just a Nintendo game. It'd be one thing if it was like a gallows in like on a planet in Metroid or something, but no, it's a gallows in a town in a Mario game. I like the addition of the different characters' voices. If you listen, like the little, they just like make noises while they talk. That's kind of like their voice. That wasn't in the original game. That's something that they added in the newest two games, Color Splash and Origami King, and I like that detail. I heard a door. I'm trying to remember. There's Banjo-Kazooie. That's the probably not the first game ever to do it, but the first game I can think of off the top of my head that had distinct voices for every character while they talk. And it's a nice detail, and it can also be kind of funny if they have like a goofy voice sound. I might as well read what they're saying so that it's not like there aren't like long periods of silence. Oh, okay. Concurrent viewers 0. Oh, okay. I don't know why. It says on my end that there are like 0 viewers. Did your internet die for a second, or are you there the whole time? Okay. Now that I think about it, the others are probably still at work or something. I know that's where Drew is. I don't know about Jaden. Jaden said he was pumped to watch, but then he's still not here. I'm trying to do this like opening segment slow so the people that join late don't miss a whole lot. But I'm not trying to go so slow. I'm trying to balance it. Yeah, I think for now at least I'll just read. If people, I guess if you or like other people want me to do voices, I guess I could try. But I don't really. I can do some voices, but then others they just don't sound right, or I don't like the way they sound. So if the box will open for you, Missy, then you may have whatever is inside. Mweehehe. Go on, hold it. I suppose I could try opening it. It's like, I don't know if this sounds stupid or not, but it's kind of surreal playing this, because like the last time this game was, like, came out, it was on the GameCube in 2004. I was like 1 year old. I didn't even have it until a couple years later. So it's like weird playing a new version of it. I don't know. Mail call. Okay, they fixed that. One thing in the original was that Luigi's the L on Luigi's hat would be backwards anytime he was facing I forget whether it was left or right, but it was backwards anytime he faced a certain direction. But they fixed that in this, which is good. It's a small oversight in the original game. I keep forgetting to read it. Ahem, now let's see here. Oh, the one on the Wii, that one's Super Paper Mario. It's alright, it's very different. It was a fun enough game to play, but like other platforming games, I usually play it like, I'll like 100% it one time, and then I don't really feel like doing, like I'll play it occasionally, but I don't feel like doing that again. 100%ing it, I mean. But yeah, it was a pretty fun game. The original release for this one, like I said, was on the GameCube. There's one before it. That was on the Nintendo 64. But yeah, the Wii one was Super Paper Mario. I don't know if I'd want to see that one get remade or not. I'm trying not to be personally biased towards it. It's just like, it's not exactly my cup of tea. The mixture of platforming and RPG mechanics, like a leveling system and stuff, is kind of weird, in my opinion. But a lot of people like it, so maybe for their sake it'd be cool if it got remade. And maybe they could like balance a couple of the things that, like rebalance a couple of the things in it that people do have complaints about. I know the time limit on flipping into 3D was something that annoys people. It annoyed me. Considering in the two games before that he could move in 3D space constantly. Anyways, back to reading this, I guess. Hello there, Mario. I'm now on holiday, traveling in the Mushroom Kingdom. In my travels, I came into possession of a mystical map, a treasure map actually. It was inside a box I got from an old merchant in a town called Rogueport. But since it would be too difficult for me to try to go find treasure all by myself, I thought you could help me hunt for it. You will, of course, won't you? It's very simplistic, but I like the way the ocean looks around the town. I've included the map with this letter, so please bring it with you when you come. I'll meet you at Rogueport. That means you must come. Peach. What do you know? It's true. There's a weathered old map in here with the letter. Check it out. There's also a lot more music and like visual flourishes. I don't know if it can be remade graphic-wise. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like it looks, even the original Thousand Year Door looks pretty close to this. It's just like maybe on the screen I'm playing it on as well. It's not as obvious. But the visuals are like they're. I think that's just the thing about like the way they did like the art direction in the two games. Like they look so good despite their resolution and stuff that like remaking them looks pretty similar. But if you look close and like I've played the game who knows how many times, so me looking close or even just looking at it, I can see differences. But like the average Joe that maybe never even played this game before and just like compares it to the original may not be able to. There might be things that they like don't notice exactly the same. I'm also very detail oriented, so I notice, especially like when it comes to games, it's weird. Sometimes I'm detail oriented, sometimes I'm not. But yeah. Like there are a bunch of things in the little bit of this game that I did play that I noticed that I feel like a lot of people might not notice. Right away at least. The town you'd been speaking of has come into view. Look, that's Rogueport. You see, we'll arrive shortly. Please prepare to disembark. Super Paper Mario also was, like, its visuals, just its, like, art direction, like, visual style was pretty unique among the rest of the Paper Mario games, because of the fact it was in 2D, and everything is, like, it's almost like the world and characters and everything are based around like just geometry. And the game also has there's also some stuff that's like that like weird in between time of the internet, like between the 2000s and 2010s. A lot of references to like that internet's basically just jokes about the internet at that point in time, and I feel like, I don't know, they wouldn't hit exactly the same in a modern game. I must apologize, sir. Our arrival was delayed just a bit by rough weather. Are you quite sure you want to disembark here? I did tell you all the sordid tales about Rogueport on our way here, did I not? What's that? I'm sorry, you say there's a princess waiting here for you? Is that so? Of course, sir. Well, if that's what you think, then I won't stop you. But, you be careful, sir. Don't say I didn't warn you. Hit the save block to save all the events you've experienced so far. If you get a game over or if you start playing again from the title screen, you can continue from the last point you saved. Anytime you find a block like this on your adventure, be sure to hit it to save. This is a very small thing, but I like the detail of like being suspended in the air while you're saving. It's a funny little thing to me. I do actually like, this is kind of like a debate topic for debate in the newer, like when people talk about like the older Paper Mario games versus the newer ones, like the stylized paper, like gimmicky visuals. But some of them I like. Like I like specifically related to this. I do wish Mario like crumpled up a little bit when he hit the save block, like he does in the Origami King. I always thought those were fun little details. One thing I do notice. Yeah, yeah, it is more, even the flipping into 3D in Super Paper Mario was it was kind of flat in my opinion. Um just because it was like forced, they tried to force it into full 3D, I guess. I don't know, but um yeah, the way this game looks, like the way the things are arranged in the space, I guess, it's more appealing in my opinion. But that's exactly that. That's an opinion. There are a lot of people whose favorite game is Super Paper Mario, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't take that away from them, but like I can't, so this one's my favorite though. It's not even comparable. Message. Hey, what do you want? Get away from me, freak. Oh, come off it. I know you're a nosy book nerd, so don't play dumb with me. I've also had a few moments playing the first little bit where I knew a dialogue line was different, but I couldn't tell you, because I couldn't tell you what it was originally. I will say that this game, I'm pretty sure the remade is based off of the original like Japanese version, and the original version I would have played, and like any of us in the United States would have played, would have been the North American localization. So some lines would be different anyways, even back then. But yeah, I've had moments where I knew that a line wasn't. I couldn't tell you what it was in the North American version, but I can tell a line is different. Like this, I just don't remember him calling Goombella a nosy book nerd. I've seen you walking around town asking for information about the crystal stars. Well, now I'm doing the asking, so be a good little student and tell us what you know right now. Never! I don't have anything to say to you creeps. Ew! I suppose it wouldn't be right if a sassy little lass like you met with an untimely demise. Boys, we're taking this firebrand to our fortress. There should be a comma in between nosy and book. I don't know. I already scrolled past it, so I can't really... Here, let me just look really quick. It might have been 30 seconds ago. If it's too far, then I don't have a way to go back and look. But you might be right. They might have missed a comma in there. Yeah, it's too far back. I honestly already forgot the way the sentence was arranged, so I couldn't tell you if that's right or not, Levi. Sorry. I think you might be, though. As you command, Lord Crump, we're on it. No, stop right there, you weirdos. I'll scream, really. Another thing I noticed was different. This Bob-omb specifically makes like a fun, subjectively funny joke in the North American version, in the original North American version. I don't know if that's again, yeah, his name is Lord Crump. I think it's a funny name. I don't know why they picked that one, but oh well. But yeah, this Bob-omb specifically makes a joke about yeah, ain't nothing so fun. Instead of as watching a few blokes duke it out in broad daylight, it says something like ain't nothing so fun as watching a guy have it out with his missus. Which again is only subjectively funny, and I can see why they would change that if they felt like it, but that might not even have been in the Japanese version, so I don't know. But yeah, there are a few lines like that that I know are different. Some of them I remember, but not all of them. Like I'd go anywhere with smelly losers like you. Not likely. What? What do you think you're doing, chump? You think you can screw up my plans? Yeah, it's always something. Looks like I'm gonna have to give you a little taste of the old Crumpa-bomb. I do like how this game throws you straight into a battle, like, with hardly even a tutorial. Oh, Jaden, you're here. I just noticed your message. It does look really good. I love the way it looks. Sorry, I keep like checking my phone expecting a message. I don't know why, because I don't get messages that often, but I don't know. I feel like I should be getting a message for something right now. Anyway, battle time, Mr. Man. Just find a way to beat this freak of the week, okay? Don't sweat the details. Just jump on him and hit him with your hammer. A couple of the tutorials in this game are in different places too. I noticed that. Jaden, you weren't here when I was saying this, I don't think, but I did play the first, like, I think I went through the prologue of this game, maybe a little past it, right when it came out. Like, admittedly, I stayed up a little bit to play it right when it came out, I know. I lost my train of thought. Oh well. I said the important part of what I was going to say, that I know the tutorials are in different places in certain kinds of tutorials. The music changed. No, don't. You can't tell my parents even if you actually meant it. They won't believe you. It's my word over yours. Yeah, the music changed. It's like it like removed the melody. That's cool. Oh, like the thinking music from. So in the Origami King, there was like when you were doing a puzzle, there was music that played like called like the thinking. I don't know if it's officially called that or if people just call it like a loop of thinking music. It's like a quieter version minus the main melody. and that's really cool. I'm like very, very slightly split on it in this game, because like obviously I like it in this instance, that's cool, but like they do that for every battle theme? I feel like that's a lot of people might not even hear that if they go through the menus fast enough. There's a lot of stuff like action commands and like those stylish moves you saw that I already know from the original game. But this game runs at a different frame rate than the original did, so some of them are going to be different, I'm sure. I haven't seen, and the little bit I'd played, I haven't seen too many yet, but I know for sure some of them are going to be different, just because of the different. They'll take different times, I guess. Sweet, you know that hurt. Wow, I gotta say, you're tougher than you look. Keep it up and you'll beat him in no time. Let's see if I can hit. Yes, the super guard. That one's not quite so different, I guess. This one's slightly different too. The original game assumed you already knew about star points because there was a game before this, the 1,000-Year Door, just called Paper Mario. But this game treats it like star points are a totally new thing, which I guess they haven't been a thing in like 3-4 whole games at this point. But I don't know. It's a little odd to me. That's what these little things are, star points. The star points you get will show up there. They're basically like experience points in this game. I do like that they're like the max is a static number. It's always 100, and anytime you reach 100, it resets back to 0, and you go up a level. Not a whole lot of games do have that sort of experience system. They kind of just like, a lot of games go with like a constantly building one, and then at certain numbers, you'll level up. But I like this one, because instead the enemies, the number of star points they drop scales with your level too. It just feels cooler in my opinion. Okay, you got a couple decent shots in, I'll give you that. But unfortunately for you, that means it's go time. That horn sounded like Trombone Champ. Punish him. Quick, this way. Phew, what a bunch of bozos. Let's just sneak out of here. What do you say? Something in the original, this is like not important or consequential at all, but something in the original was that it would like launch you over. If you tried to do this, like jump over them, it would launch you back over just like that. I just think it's funny to do that. There's no, like, it's not even a glitch or anything, though. That's probably intended, in fact. It's funny to watch him, like, warp over. Huh? Stop! I can't really yell, because I'm just in my room, and I have the door shut, but, like, if I yell, obviously, it'll still carry. Where'd they go, huh? You, Johnson? Did you see them? Did anyone? Crud, they bolted. Hey, it's the other Jaden, hi! So for anyone watching this in the future, I know way too many people named Jaden, and it gets very confusing. There's Jaden Walker, my friend, and then there's now that I think about it, I shouldn't have last name dropped. That's my bad. I have a friend named Jaden, and well, Jaden from school is already here. It might be just you. I don't know. I don't really have a way to tell. Mikey's here too. I don't have a way to tell if it's laggy on my end or not. It seems fine to me. And I know there's Jaden and I, Jaden Walker and I watched it. I did it again. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm a horrible streamer. I gotta come up with something. I gotta come up with an alias now. Okay, Jaden from school. You are gonna be, you're gonna be Jaden from school, and then Jaden, my significant other, you're gonna be, yeah, I know, but like, just so, well, because I'm gonna, if I say the name Jaden, there's two of them, so it's gonna, I still need to come up with a way to differentiate. Okay, so there's Jaden from school, and then there'll also be Jay, because I know your family calls you that. Jaden Lipscomb, I'm addressing you. I know your family calls you Jay, so I'll call you Jay, if that's okay, if I have permission. And then Jaden Walker from school, you'll be Jaden from school. Yeah, I guess right now it's not a big deal if I last name drop, but if any like people I don't know come in here and I'm dropping last names, that could be, I don't know, that could be a problem. Okay, I'm glad that's fine, Jay. Yeah, right now there's 4 people viewing. Okay, yeah, I'll instead of calling you Jaden from school, I'll call you Elvis Pelvis. I'll just call you by your handle. That makes sense. Good idea. I wonder if I can like react to that message. Can I do that? It won't let me. It's like there's like I have like a reaction button that's over top of the 3 dots on your message. But yeah, right now it's just you 4, Levi, yeah. Yeah, I know that because that's what he's got his username set to on YouTube. He's got it as his real name, which I guess Jay has that as her real name too. So both of you, that's kind of a security hazard. But I'm not going to give you a security lecture, a cybersecurity lecture. I don't want to be that guy. Anyways, let me get back to this. So it's not just a static. So it's not just a static thing. A full like several minutes of this one scene. Wow, mister, you totally saved me. Thanks. Yeah, and mine is yeah. I mean, you still got numbers, I guess. That's marginally better. That's marginally better. Levi's is technically speaking the most secure because his is no name. He's the only one of you that doesn't actually have his name on YouTube. I've just got to give you a little reward. The sound effects are different too, that's obviously the sound effects are going to be different, but that's another thing I notice. My name's Goombella. I'm a junior at the University of Goom. Nice to meet you. So, who are you? Mario, wait, you mean like that famous guy? Wow, I can't believe I met you here. Cool. Anyway, no offense, but it looks like you just rolled into town yourself, right? Me, I already hate it here. There are freaks and weirdos everywhere. It's nasty. Not laggy now, so I think that's actually the same deal for my YouTube account, Mikey. This is technically my channel is actually just like I patched over my my original Gmail account that I made when I was like 10 or 11. So technically I'm using my childhood email to stream right now. but I'm glad it's not laggy anymore. That's good. It might have just been because it was your end when you first joined, like it was still getting a solid connection. But yeah, on my end, it says excellent connection. So I was pretty sure I could have done something wrong, but I was pretty sure I had it right. Yeah, it probably would have been wise for me to make a new account for my channel, but I've already got stuff on here, so it's too late now. It's not like I have anything sensitive. I've always used this email just for games anyways. As soon as I had anything like really important, I made a separate email for it because I was old enough at that point to realize that I needed another email for like not like a business email, but for like non-game stuff. I didn't want to mix my Wizard 101 emails with my like emails from school and stuff. What was I? Okay, I mean, I know the place is called Rogueport, so I should have expected it, but sheesh. I'd never come to a place like this if there weren't some legendary treasure here. What? You're looking for the legendary treasure too? Seriously? Whoa, 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 Bucko, what do you got there? For whatever reason, I specifically remember in the original North American version, Goombella says, "What ya got there?" but this says, "What ya?" I don't know why I remember that, but that stuck out to me as soon as I saw it. Oh my gosh, is that a map? You have to tell me where you got that. Princess Peach? What? That's Toad's voice. Why is his voice like that? Great hoogly boogly, if it isn't Master Mario. Bit of a coincidence bumping into one another in this sort of place, hmm? Ho ho. So tell me, Master Mario, what in the world brings you to this wretched little burg? Hmm? Ah, indeed? Princess Peach sent you a letter and a treasure map? And she told you she'd meet you here in Rogueport? Intriguing. You're asking me where Princess Peach is? I was about to ask you that. We stopped in this town to acquire a spot of fuel for our ship, don't you know? I don't see that ship, by the way. I don't. That ship wasn't in the port. For games and other stuff like. Yeah, that's basically what I do with my emails. I have one for like, well, I have a college email that they gave to me, and then I have one that I use for like, just like general purpose, like food ordering, like ordering stuff off Amazon, like buying stuff online, like what you said, just like a general purpose email. And then I have this one, which I use for games, pretty much exclusively. I have a couple like straggly things from where I did make accounts for like normal, like non-game stuff before I had another one, but I think I've moved most of those, if not all of them, over by now. But yeah, I try to keep them separate now. I only took my eye off her for a moment, but as soon as I did, she vanished. It's funny how she always manages to disappear under Toadsworth's watch. I'm not saying he's bad at his job or whatever, but like, maybe he needs some additional training. You know how headstrong she is, Mario. I just assumed she'd be back momentarily. But at this point, I fear we must embrace the possibility that she may never return. But I'm feeling better with you here, Master Mario. Surely we'll find her. Surely. But I know my place, Master Mario, and this is not it. I leave this task to you. I believe I'll recline in the inn right over there and enjoy a spot of tea, perhaps. In fact, I highly recommend it, particularly if you find your HP running low. Just drop on in. Oh, I like the pause there. Yes, anyway, a little rest there will fill all of your HP. Not that I need it right now, because I did such an incredible job against Lord Crump earlier. I must say, though, the rest of this town is a bit rough. Yes, rough indeed. Rough, I say. Rough, I say. Princess Peach? Did he mean like Peach, the Mushroom Kingdom princess? The princess who always gets nabbed by Bowser, the Koopa King, the one you rescue? Wait a sec, this is wild. Ew, he's British. He is. Toadsworth is British. He's very heavily implied to be British. I think the only time he actually speaks is in Super Mario Sunshine, and he's got like a really like wacky voice in that game, and it doesn't sound British. But yeah, he's supposed to be a British character, I think. Wait a sec, this is wild. Princess Peach sent you that treasure map? Whoa, this is really intense. Well, where could she have gone then, do you think? You think maybe she got sick of waiting and went to find the treasure on her own? I know, British people. Ugh. Ooh, I know, Mario. Come with me. One of my professors is here researching that treasure. We'll show him your map. This, too. The music changed again. The partners have their own themes. And they have their own themes now while you're talking to them instead of like the... In the original, there was one like a new partner theme that played for every single one, but now they have separate ones, and that's cool, I think. If we start looking for the treasure, then maybe we'll find some clues about Princess Peach. Great, we're all good then. Let's go, Mario. Yay! When you approach people or objects, you may see an icon appear over Goombella's head. If that happens, you can press X to learn more about that person or object. Oh yeah, in this game it actually has you do the tutorials that it shows you. Like there are the normal tutorials that it had you do anyways, but then there were ones like this where it would just kind of like show you what they could do without making you do it. And I like the addition that it makes you do it, that it makes you like press the buttons yourself now. Not that it's that hard to understand, but I feel like it makes it that much easier for like little kids. Because I was not the brightest bulb at 3 years old. I'm sure it took me a few tries to figure out how to use like the partners and stuff. Oh, I missed the first thing. I think she just said something about Rogueport. It's a crossroads where many people meet, including more than a few shady characters. Sometimes you'll learn interesting tidbits. Try using her ability whenever you can. That concludes this little primer. Do you think you've mastered? Yes, I've mastered them. It's the X button. I can press the X button. Of course, Goombella can be quite helpful in battle too. She can jump to attack with a head bonk, or look up enemy HP and weaknesses with her tattle ability. First off, we gotta go find my professor. Thing is, since I just got to town myself, I don't actually know where he lives. His name is Professor Frankly, and he looks like this. I like that splat sound effect when it shows Professor Frankly. It's very fitting for him. Before I forget to mention it, from here on, if you ever feel lost or confused, try pressing left trigger, ZL. That's a new thing. She'll give like... There's like the... I'll show you an example here in a second. That'll be my cue to share any info I know, which might help us figure out what to do next. Studying pays off. So there's the normal X, which was in the original too, where she just talks, and that used to be the only like hint feature. You venture into the back alleys, blah blah blah. Yeah, just talking about Rogueport again. But now with the ZL, she'll give like a more direct hint about what you need to be doing right now, which is more reminiscent of what the characters would do, like the helper characters would do in like Sticker Star, Color Splash, and Origami King, which, I don't know, I don't personally see the need for two separate hints, like two separate hint features, but I guess this has got to be like a, it is a remake. There are, even in this like first little bit, there are enough new things that are added that aren't even in the original at all that I think warrant it being called a remake. Now, like, for example, Metroid Prime, well, remastered, it's in the name even, that is just a straight one-to-one remaster. In fact, I think, I don't know exactly, so don't quote me, but I think that game might even be partially or like wholly running on the, like the original game, and it's just like, they just like made everything look amazing in the remastered version. But yeah, this is like a full-on remake as far as like, well, not even as far as I can tell it is. That's what the general consensus is. Yeah, there's a star piece there. That's the other thing. I've played this game so many times, like, it's gonna be hard to try to, like, not just, like, do stuff without explaining. Like, finding star pieces and pulling off stylish moves and stuff. Kids nowadays don't have enough like we did. That's why we have two hint buttons. I mean, oh yeah, I can't get in there yet. You do have a point there, but also like it's not that like they're not capable, they're just they're not capable of having those problem-solving skills. It's just that they're not being made to use them is the issue. Everything tries to be like too easy and beginner friendly, I think. Granted, this is kind of the wrong argument to be having about a Mario game. Like, they're generally meant to be easy, admittedly for children. But, also, this guy's moved, and he more directly tells you where Professor Franklin is, I think. Yeah. But yeah, like, even the NPCs have different faces. Like, before they just talked and had, like, the same one face. But this guy specifically has, like a thinking face, and then, like, a sneer. Yeah, Levi's got a point. Not everyone likes the, like, difficult puzzles in games. I know I even have issues with some puzzles in this game. So, like, yeah, not everyone likes the difficult puzzles, which is also probably another reason that they have the second hint button. The other thing is, I didn't get this far, but I'm assuming that using the left trigger to get the hint will also, even if Goombella's not the active partner, using the trigger button will get you that hint still. I think that's the main thing, is so that you always have access to that, like, helping hand, I guess. What's your beef, pal? Yeah, I'm talking to you. The guy bumps into you and just runs off like that. Unbelievable. Some people are so rude. He also steals your coins. She doesn't mention that anymore. I know in the GameCube version I played, which is not the version this is based on the Japanese version, the original Japanese version, not the North American version. Maybe she didn't mention the guy stealing your coins in the North American version, or in the Japanese version, but I know she did in the North American, and she doesn't now, so I can see a lot of people not even realizing that they're missing 50 coins suddenly. It does pop up and show you, I guess. But people like playing this for the first time ever might not notice. They might think that he dropped some coins and you picked them up or something. I don't know. Dang, yesterday I blew through 100 coins at the parlor. You believe that? Oh yeah, you can't really see him right now, but this guy has, like, even the seemingly same-looking NPCs have different expressions. It's really cool. I really like the amount of detail already. But on next time, man, I'm coming back a winner. The odds favor me now. Yeah, that's how gambling works. 99% of gamblers quit right before they hit it big. You know? I don't think there are any more store pieces in this area that I can get right now anyways. So I can come over here. I know there's one more back here. Also, even the cockroaches are like little paper cockroaches. Do they get... Oh, and they drop coins. Now I feel bad. I guess it's just a cockroach, so like... But still, I didn't know that. And the music changes for town depending on what area of the town you're in. Like, this one doesn't have that horn that was playing in the main area. The central area. But yeah, they also made this more obvious that it's Frankly's house. Oh, if it's based... Yeah. The thing you said, Mikey, about the Japanese version having differences, it did. There are some differences from the original Japanese version that they didn't bring over. Like, I think the most notorious of those is that there's like a white chalk outline in that bandit's house I was just in of a toad, implying that there was a murder that took place there. But that's not in the North American or this version, so I guess this, but by certain definitions, could be considered the best of both worlds. Like, it's got the original Japanese text for the most part, but not without like the jokes that might be sensitive or whatever. It also explains the lack of punctuation. That's true. Levi noticed earlier that there was he says like there was supposed to be a comma in one spot earlier, and I already scrolled past it and immediately forgot, so I didn't notice. I can't say for sure, but like one of the bad guys called Goombella nosy book nerd or nosy book nerd basically, but there were like two adjectives, but there wasn't a comma in between them, so I haven't noticed anything else so far. I'm actually kind of glad you pointed that out, Levi. That's not something I think I've ever considered when reading the dialogue in a game, that there might be punctuation errors. I just assume, unless it's like glaringly obvious, I just assume that they've got their punctuation right. Oh, hi, there you are, Professor Frankly. Who's there? Who wants me? Ah, yes, you. Now you. I like the usage of the kazoo. I love me a good kazoo themed a kazoo based song. Wait for it, just a moment. Don't tell me now. Silence. I'll get it right. It's not Goombriel. It's not Elizagoom. While it's zoomed in here, if you look, they got like white outlines, but it's like it's not just like a white outline around the character. It's like the characters have depth, like they're made out of like pieces of cardboard or whatever. And I like that. I like that detail a lot. I like this. I never had an issue with the white outline around the characters, but now that they've done this with the characters, where they have like some like they're made out of cardboard depth. I mean, yeah, you could. I mean, it's a full price game. It's not reduced like Metroid Prime is for the Switch. It's still the full $60, which I don't really mind because I love this game. But like, I could see that being a deal breaker for some people, especially people that know it's a remake and it's not like one of their favorite games already. I highly recommend it though, even at full price. Which I mean, even getting it at full price, if you get the original game is still more expensive than this game at full price. So like, yeah, maybe later if you don't have. This isn't a priority purchase or anything. Definitely not. So yeah, maybe later if full price is not great. I pre-ordered it, so I already bought it a while ago. I knew I'd like this game because it's Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. I felt pretty safe and sound pre-ordering it. I didn't think I'd be disappointed. Yeah. I don't like to buy games at full price either, but that's the thing with Nintendo games. They very rarely go on sale, and I'm not the coupon clipper or sale watcher type, so I don't really pay that much attention. So I caved at some point. You're Goombella, aren't you? You were in my archaeology class last year, am I right? Wow, yes sir, that's me. I'm Goombella, a junior at UGoom. I'm not saying that, that's cringe. Of course I remember you, not to toot my horn, but I'm pretty good at remembering. You though, you stick out in my mind because you were such an exceptional student. And that guy behind you is... Who? Mario, Professor. He's Mario. You know, the famous one? His eyebrows move. That's incredible. Which, I mean, I knew he'd have... Which, I've played this part, so I already knew that he'd have expressions, but I was still pleasantly surprised when I saw that he has expressions too. But all the NPCs that I've talked to so far, and the little bit I played, have different facial expressions depending on what they're saying. Which doesn't sound like it's that big of a deal, but I don't know. That's not even a thing in the newer games. Like, they might have, like, two different... Like, an angry facial expression and, like, a normal, middling one. True, that's why I don't have a lot of games, but... Yeah, I mean, you play a lot of PC games, I know that, so you might get more value out of a Steam Deck But I mean, then again, you would get more value because you don't have that many Switch games. So it's really just up to you. I can't tell you what purchases to make. I can only recommend this game because I love it. Oh, my apologies. I'm such a bookworm. I haven't a clue about what's hip right now. In any case, what sort of errand brings you all the way to a place like this? We were hoping you'd tell us about the legendary treasure said to be below Rogueport. I thought that if anyone knew anything about it, you would, Professor Frankly. Of course I know about it. The reason I came here was to study that very subject. But why do you tykes want to learn about the legendary treasure? You know that most say it's little more than a fairy tale, don't you? Archaeologists and historians have to search for the truth in those fairy tales, though. Me, I believe the legendary treasure truly does exist, and I really want to find it. I would too. Treasure's treasure. She's spittin'. Good point, and well made. In that case, I'll cooperate with you however I can. You did not take much convincing. First of all, we should start by addressing just what the legendary treasure is. Some say it's an infinitely vast treasure hoard, while others say it's a magical item. Some books say it's actually a monster. Oh, I need to drink some water. Excuse me, while still others claim it's an empty chest. Plus Steam actually has sales. Yeah, like that's fair. The Mario and Luigi series, I don't know if I could, between this and Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, I don't know if I could pick a favorite one. I don't know why, but Mario RPGs just hit different for me, I guess. They always have. I mean, I played this game when I was 3 years old, so I've been playing them since then. Since before I could read, really. I don't remember, but my dad's told me that he would sit and like read this game to me and like point out things that I didn't know about because I couldn't read what their characters were saying. But yeah, I've been playing them for a long time, and I don't know if I could pick a favorite. I know this is definitely my favorite out of the Paper Mario games, and honestly, I don't know if Bowser's Inside Story or Dream Team is my favorite Mario and Luigi game, to be honest. Bowser's Inside Story is like a golden classic, and a lot of people take issues with Dream Team because of all like the tutorials, I guess. But I mean, you got to give them that they were working on a new system. They'd been working on the DS for however many years the DS went on. I think it might have been maybe was one of the longest running handheld consoles. Granted, there were a bunch of different models, but like the 3DS, while not drastically different, had like more power and stuff, slightly more power, and could render stuff in 3D. Stereoscopic 3D, I think. And shoot, what was I gonna say? They had to work with the new system, so like I feel like people give Mario and Luigi Dream Team too much like smack talk. Like it's definitely better than Paper Jam. I'll just leave it at that. Paper Jam is, while it's still fun, it's probably the weakest in the series, due to the lack of unique characters. I cannot publicly condone nor hit on emulation, but that is a valid method. As long as you like know the legalities of it. Because some of them are pretty inaccessible to play anyways. Like I don't know, off the top of my head, I've looked into getting Soul Silver. Pokemon Soul Silver, and I feel like it's kind of expensive for an old, for an old DS game. Like it's one of the older DS games, and it's a remake of a Game Boy Color game. Again, I can't make any public statements, but it does have its uses. Where was I? Okay, yeah, so many different theories. Obviously, it's impossible to define the truth among them. Okay, so this was an accident, but I have a version of Black 2. I don't believe it. I don't believe it's entirely illegal. And I didn't know, I thought I was getting a genuine copy of Black 2. That is what was in the picture and in the reviews and stuff. But I ended up getting a DS cartridge looking thing that had a Black 2 sticker on it, but then on the back side it had like an SD card. So I don't know if that's like if someone like ripped it and put it onto an SD card and then sold it. Most likely it's not. Yeah, most likely it's a bootleg, but I mean I played it and it's there's nothing seemingly wrong with it. I actually never got very far in that game. I need to go back to it because I never played them, but Pokemon Black and White, they're fun. I like those. They're probably my favorites. I'm not making any further statements. I'm not going to argue about which Pokemon generation is the best one. I just really like Zekrom. And a lot of the Gen 5 Pokemon. Okay, but I'll agree on one point. To find the treasure, one must have the crystal stars. The crystal stars? Okay, yeah. I'm glad you at least agree with me on that. Even if you didn't agree, I'd rather avoid the argument. I don't like getting into that argument. To find the treasure of yore, take the 7 crystal stars to the 1,000-year door. A rhyme. Ugh. That's how the old saying goes, and with a rhyme that soft, it must be true. They acknowledged the fact that it's a rhyme. Therefore, if you want to find the legendary treasure, you must first collect the 7 crystal stars. Oh hey, I researched some of the written lore behind the treasure, and it kinda matches that old saying. That is another different speech bubble, but it's one of those that I can't tell you exactly what the original said. It just feels different. That's what I'm saying. 5 is just like, I don't know. Maybe it's just that it's different from like the rest of the generations of games, but it's just the best. It's just the best. I'm sorry. Or I'm not sorry. It's just the best. Hold the magical map aloft before the entrance to the 1,000-year door. Then the stars will light the way that leads to the stones of yesterday. The stones of yesterday, is that referring to the same crystal stars you mentioned? It must be, and we're in luck. It seems the 1,000-year door is located somewhere beneath this very town. I'm gonna have to get a snack soon. I ate breakfast, but because I was I had like a 8-hour and was it 15 or 45 minutes? 7:30 to and I had an 8-hour and 15-minute shift today. And I forgot to like bring something with me for lunch, and I didn't feel like ordering anything, so I just kind of. Well, actually, I'm going to be completely honest. I took my Switch with me to work and used my 30-minute break to play some of this game because I could not wait. That is where the little bit of this game that I've played already came from. I always thought it was the most difficult gen. It did seem again, I never played it, and I only played a little bit of Black 2. But I had a friend that had, I think both games, I know that they are, like, version-exclusive Pokemon, depending on whether you get, like, for example, White or Black. Like, the Legendaries are exclusive, and there are some exclusive, like, Pokemon you can find in the world, but I never really understood, like, I don't feel like they're different enough to get both versions. Maybe getting them now is a little more justified than like the first 4 generations, because in the first 4 there was always like a later released 3rd version that had all the exclusive stuff from both versions. I guess Gen 5 is the first one that didn't have that, so maybe it's slightly more justified from Gen 5 onward, but I still don't fully understand getting both versions. But to each their own. Yet the critical piece of the puzzle, the magical map, is lost. If only we had that map. I think I've got this stream on public. Yeah. Maybe people aren't that interested, I guess. I don't know. It's still just you 4. But we do have it, Professor, or, well, not we exactly. Mario has the magical map. What? That's a lot of words. I'm not saying all that. Really? Yeah. I wasn't exactly expecting a crowd. I was expecting maybe a couple more people by now, but I don't know. That's not that big a deal. I'm just glad to stream it. I only have like 80 subscribers, I think, and my channel was inactive for over a year until now. So I knew in the back of my head that not many people were going to even know that this stream happened, let alone watch it. But I do plan on I'm hoping streaming is a little easier for me than recording, recording and uploading on a regular schedule. I'm hoping just streaming for like maybe more extended periods of time is easier than that. Because that way I can still I don't have to do the editing as much. Like I could still edit these clips and stuff and like shorten them, like these clips where I talk a lot in between pressing the button to progress the text. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube isn't kind to small channels in general, but I don't want to use Twitch. I don't like Twitch. The only time I use Twitch is to get free stuff when there are drops for games that I have. I think the last time I used Twitch was when Sea of Thieves had like a drop thing going on, and I got the free stuff for that, and I didn't... In fact, I didn't even watch the stream. I just left it running and went out to dinner. Sea of Thieves might be something I could stream on here, but I'd have to... It'd be more interesting if I streamed it like playing with other people. It can be a lonely game if you're playing by yourself. I actually haven't played the new season yet. They're starting season 12 or something, and they added like a double shot pistol and throwing knives, and they look fun, but I haven't gotten onto it yet. You actually have it? Could I just take a quick look at it if you don't mind? We'll have to sometime. I don't know if I've played it with you yet, Mike. I know I've played it with Jaden, or Elvis Pelvis. But well, I guess I've also played it. I've played it with Jay and Elvis, so just not at the same time, like separate occasions. It is cross-platform, so yeah, we could get... That might be one of the few games we could get a full group of people on. That's cool. I hadn't thought of that. Since I'm not in college right now, I've got the summer off. That we could maybe do that more often. I could maybe get on for like extended periods of time more often. Yeah, I know. I don't know why I turned on slow mode. It's I don't know if I can turn it off now. I don't think that's a thing I can... Maybe in the details menu. I don't see it, no. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I can change slow mode. Yeah, me neither. I think the reason I had slow mode on was so that I would have time to react to people's messages. Because like I said, in the back of my head, I knew there weren't going to be that many people watching, but I still need time to like notice the message and like react to it before like the next message gets sent. But that's at 30 seconds. I'll drop it down to like... I'll drop it down to 15, because I think Drew, Elvis Pelvis, and I established yesterday that there's about like a 6-second delay between like my perception of what's happening and you guys watching, perceiving the same thing. So I think 15 seconds will give me time to still notice your messages before you're like already on to the next thing. Astounding. This is it. The real thing. The one and only magical map. Something that comes into play. Not comes into play. It's not like a story thing. It's just another cool detail. I'll point it out later when it happens. It's related to the map though, and I think it's really cool. You, son, are my hero. You're great, fantastic, wonderful even. With this map, we can locate the crystal stars just by holding it up in front of the 1,000-year door. I like how he just knows this. Like he knows how all this stuff works already, even though it's just like research on a fairy tale. Plot hole detected, I guess. Chat on a second. No, actually, I'm using the window projector on OBS to have like a window over top of my like my live stream like menu on YouTube Studio, and I've got it moved off to the side so I can see chat. I tried popping out chat earlier, and it just that's how I started the stream, and then I realized I couldn't see like when the concurrent viewers changed, and so I couldn't like see if people joined. I don't have all that like fancy streaming stuff set up where it like pops up and says like so and so joined the stream, so and so or whatever. So I'll have to figure that out later on. Hopefully for the next one. I don't plan on this being my only stream ever. So hopefully for the next time I do this, I have that stuff set up. But yeah, for this time I just had to kind of shanty up a window arrangement. Good golly, what are we doing just sitting here then? Goombella, Mario, let's take that magical map to the 1,000-year door. That would be a good investment. I'm hoping I don't have to pay for that. I'm kind of cheap. I don't want to pay for that, if I'm being perfectly honest. Yeah, if I can't figure it out, I'll hit one of you guys up for help on it. Or just like the group chat in general, in case anybody knows. The Instagram group chat we have. Off we must go. This instant, I'll lead the way to the sewers underneath the town. Another thing that's slightly different, he follows, and originally he just follows you out, but he leaves himself in this. I bet you didn't know this rotten old thing came off, did you? We can use this pipe to get down under the city streets. Come on, both of you. Let's get moving. They even... this is a detail I don't know how I feel about specifically. They even brought back the hexagonal design of the original pipes from this game, which I like that they put that thought into it, but I kind of like the round pipes in the newer games. I kind of like the way they looked, and like how they were shiny. But I mean, that's not even a gripe. I wouldn't even count that as a gripe. It's just like it's something I noticed. I mostly have experience. Yeah. Well, I figured out some. Well, not just me. There is some stuff that was like readily apparent that I knew how to do when I tried it. But Drew and Elvis helped me out with some stuff yesterday. Elvis Pelvis, I mean. But they helped me they helped me get like my sound settings right and everything. So if you notice that like it's like you can actually hear my voice instead of the game audio, that's actually due to one of them specifically. I did not that was not done solely by me. But if there's like extra stuff for setting up a stream, like getting that like stream overlay running, technically I could have that sort of thing with like pinning windows, but I feel like that is more of like a hack job solution than what I've got right now. And there's also like I can't see the game through the chat overlay with how I had it. That like opacity is kind of like not there when I tried it. I don't know. That's just something I'll have to figure out. And if I can't figure it out, I'll ask, obviously. Oh wait, hang on a second, Mario. Something just occurred to me. I'm fairly certain there are quite a few hoodlums below, so I keep your guard up. I mean, I'm just using OBS. I'm using the version downloaded from Steam. I don't know if that counts as different. I have it downloaded on Steam so that it's it updates on its own. I know there's like a YouTube live control panel menu, but that shows like my stream details and stuff, like my connection strength and the title of the stream and current viewers and stuff. But it doesn't have like a chat. It doesn't have the chat on it. So I might just have to stream. I don't think Streamlabs. It doesn't say Streamlabs. It just says OBS. I have heard of Streamlabs though. That's probably what I'm guessing that since you're mentioning Streamlabs, that's what most streamers use to have what like the kind of setup I'm talking about. It probably would. I'll mess around with that after this stream. I don't think I can interrupt this I don't think I can like migrate the stream or whatever the term is. I think I'd have to end this one and start a new one. So I'll finish this one first and then later mess with the Streamlabs and figure it out. Yeah. Well, also at 7, I think Elvis Pelvis said he's going to be he's in town back today. From where he lives. I'm not going to location drop. I almost did. But from where he goes to college. But so I was gonna go. I think he wanted to hit the mall or something. So I was gonna go hang out with him for a little bit. But he's also here watching this. So I mean, I guess he can just tell me in chat whenever he's leaving, and I'll try to maybe wrap it up around that time. I guess I don't know. Would you two like to practice your action commands before we descend? They're the basics of battle, after all. I'll do that for your all's sake, so you know how to play the game when you get it. Because even if I hadn't already played this before now, I have played the original, so I know how it works. Goobella, you can be Mario's opponent. What? Me? Are you serious? Oh, gee. Okay. I'll do my best, I guess. There's kazoo in this song, too. I love a good kazoo. First, we'll practice the jump action command. That okay with both of you? Choose the jump command, then choose which enemy you'll attack. When you choose a command, the action command details will be shown at the bottom of the screen. For the action command jump, press A. For the action command jump, press A at the exact moment you stomp on an opponent. Give it a go. Well, you got a nice rating. The action command was a success. Succeeding in action commands will increase the damage you deal to your opponents, or do other good stuff. Now it's your turn to attack, Goombella. Shake a leg. She doesn't have legs, just shoes. Get ready, Mario. Press A just before your enemy strikes you. Okay, here goes Mario. You can't really show it in this tutorial because I'm kind of locked into pressing the buttons at certain times, but now in the original you just kind of like there wasn't like a visual feedback when you guarded. You just had to kind of hope you pressed it at the right time and get a feel for when. But in this version, in this remake, he'll like well, not just you, but your partner character will also. There will be like a little like an indicator that they're like that's when their like their guard window is happening. I'm not very good at explaining it. I'll try to point it out. Well done, you pulled off a guard action command. That will, yeah, decrease the damage. Just mashing A won't be enough. Success requires timing. That's the window thing I was talking about. Like you can't just spam it and constantly guard. That would take no skill. Action commands change depending on the attack. Best to stay on your toes. Anyways, next let's practice hammer action commands. After you select hammer, choose who you want to attack. Yeah, one of my favorite aspects about battles in the first two games was the different action commands. Everything wasn't operated by just the A button. I think if it wasn't for if they left that, I feel like I wouldn't have had quite as much of a problem with the battles and like Sticker Star and Color Splash, because they still had a variety of attacks at least, which unfortunately the Origami King did not. That was one of my only problems with that game. The lack of variety. But in like Sticker Star and Color Splash, everything was the A button, which got monotonous. I don't really know why they changed it, to be honest. I can't think of a reason why they would have done that. Stop there. How did that feel, Mario? Got a pretty good grasp on action commands now? Excellent. Now for a real treat. I'll teach you a really incredible technique. I did this earlier, against Lord Crump. I think maybe just Levi was here to see that. Maybe Elvis Pelvis was here too. Goombella, try to attack Mario one more time. I didn't read that part of what he said, but he's teaching the Super Guard now. I missed it. Because this game runs at a different frame rate, some of the timings are different, and the Super Guard was a really tight one originally, and I would argue that it might be a little bit tighter to pull off in this version. Like, a lot of people were complaining when they first found out it was 30 frames per second. They were like, oh, they're gonna loosen it up and make the super guarding too easy. But I'm having some difficulty. I'm having some difficulty pulling it off. Every time. Pulling it off consistently. Obviously, I did it against Lord Crump earlier, so I can do it. It's just harder to do consistently, I feel like. Too soon. What do you mean, too soon? You got it, Professor? Yeah. Oh, okay, after so many times he, like, freezes and shows you when. As a Soul Series fan, I would say get good. You know what? That's fair, yeah. But at the same time, I'm used to the way the original feels, and it feels slightly different in this version, so get good doesn't exactly apply. Okay, I don't need to be ganged up on like that. Stop that. See, you turn the foe's attack back on him. I mean her. That's a super guard. You know what, Jay? Do you even try to do the super guards? You probably do, to be honest. I don't know. Well, I don't know what my point would have been there. If you do a super guard with B, you take no damage and damage your enemy in return. Welcome to streaming. Yeah, I know. Even with 4 people, I'm getting ganged up on. Fart indeed, Elvis Pelvis. Okay, well, you also had... Jay, you also had a lot more time. I was at work today. I've played for maybe a total of, like, a couple hours. You probably have already played this game more than I have, ironically. Yeah, that is true. Better for my friends to bully me who I know aren't necessarily serious, like aren't meaning to be hurtful, I guess, than strangers that may be hurtful. That is better. I am glad that it's still just you 4 for that reason. I was a little bit worried about that, like if I had a bunch, like if this stream had more viewers than I thought would be here, like how I'd react to that. I don't know if I'd like get nervous or not. I probably would. Anyway, if you do a super guard with B, you take no damage and damage your enemy in return, but super guards are harder to do than standard A guards. Choose wisely between them. And that concludes Action Commands 101. Har har har. Har har har. Sorry, professional humor. That's not an N, that's an R. Professorial humor. I didn't know that was a word. Is that a word? Professorial. Yeah, relating to or a characteristic of a professor. I wouldn't figure they'd make up a word, but I've never seen that word before in my whole entire life. Stop for now. I don't need to embarrass myself further. I expected nothing less, Mario. You're a quick learner. You're already a pro, I'm sure. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, I do believe now we're all set for our quest. Down below we go. Hop up onto the pipe and press A to enter it. By the way, this is Gus. He makes you pay to get through this doorway, and I don't want to pay him, so I'm not doing that. I just thought I should introduce you to Gus. Gus is cool. He's just doing his job. Unfortunately, his job is being a toll gate. Over here. Yeah, that person isn't there yet, but there is a star piece. I love me some star pieces. Star pieces are a surprise tool that will help us later. Only real ones will get that reference. Hey man, what's up? You think it's cool to just waltz your way into our underground? Typical, you surface level snobs are so stuck up. Ooh, I get to see the sun. I like to breathe clean air. Ooh. Heh, yeah, come on over here, scruffy mustache man. We're gonna teach you some proper manners. Leave him alone. Can't two academics and a world-famous hero wander the sewers of a port town in peace? The star piece is real. The star piece is real! I get that reference, Levi. Leave him alone. Can't two academics and a world-famous hero wander... I already read that. I already forgot. Sorry, guys. If this is your usual greeting to visitors, then you must have learned it down here, because it stinks. Ooh, get him! Ouch, that was cold. What, you're too good for a fight? If you ain't looking to tussle, then stay out of the sewer. Getting the second crystal star? You're already there? Jeez. Don't spoil anything. No spoilers. If you ain't looking to tussle, then stay out of the sewer. Nobody doesn't start a fight with us. Nobody. Let's get him. That's an intended grammatical error, I believe. That's what we in the business call a double negative statement. I can't flee. Oh no. A Goomba, a spiky Goomba, and a Paragoomba. My, the whole Goomba family tree. The only one I should warn you about is that fellow in the middle, the spiky Goomba. See that spike on his head? Well, jump on that, and you're the one who will take damage. And then he proceeds to warn you about the other Goomba too, which is he actually warns you about two Goombas, so he's a liar. The Paragoomba's airborne, so your hammer won't reach. You'll have to jump for him. You get what I'm saying? Study your opponent before you choose an attack method, and be ready for those tricky action commands while attacking and blocking. Now go get him. Oh, that's right, I forgot to tell you something vital. You can press Y to change the order you two attack in. You can attack first if you feel like it, Goombilla, don't forget that. I'll just be over here watching the two of you do your thing from a safe distance, but good luck. All three of these guys have 2 health, so... But yeah, this is the Tattle in action. You just... It's easier to do now, I feel like. The cursor moves slower, but there are badges to make it more difficult, so I'm not worried about the difficulty of the action commands. But yeah, just like, it tells you all the stats, and then you can see the HP permanently after you tattle them. Which I like, because there's also a badge that does that, but that badge takes up badge points, and then I like to use those badge points for other things. But stuff like Goombas, like, they almost always have 2 HP, so I can remember that, so I don't have to tattle all of them, like, as soon as I see them. That's a spiky Goomba, a spiky-headed Goomba. What a creative name. Yep. Max HP is 2, attack is 2, and defense is 0. Guess that spike helps boost its attack compared to the average Goomba. The addition of the spike means you'll hurt your feet if you jump on it. Duh. Can I do it? Nope, I missed it. I missed it again. I'm not trying that anymore. I'm not embarrassing myself. And I wasn't paying attention. Hey, what's the story, Mario? I told you! You didn't have to do me like that. You don't have to expose me. Why is everybody so mean? Stop! I'm ignoring that. I'm ignoring that. Stop that. That's a Paragoomba. Basically a Goomba with wings. I'm jealous. Max HP is 2, attack is 1, blah blah blah. You can't hammer it while it's flying, but rough it up with a jump, and it'll totally plummet. If it loses its wings, does it become a regular Goomba for the rest of its life? No one ever talks about this. They don't even do that much damage. Like, there's not really a logistical reason for me to attempt to super guard. Why didn't I hammer that spiky Goomba? That was just poor decision making. Oh yeah, I kind of just did that. If you defend it, like, well, it says that it increases your defense by 1 for that turn, so it can actually mitigate the damage of Goombas. That's right, I pointed this out earlier. I think it was just Levi. If you take a second to like pick your commands, your action command, like your attacks and stuff, the music changes to like a quieter, like a thinking version, instead of the normal loop. Like if you listen, the main melody is not there. That was something they did in Origami King, and the Origami King that I really like. While you were solving the puzzle, it played like a quieter version. It's not like something that's needed. I like that detail. I really like dynamic music. Star points, yay! That also might have been just while just Levi was here, but star points are like experience. There's really not a whole lot else to say about that. Star points are basically XP in this game. Later on, losers, that felt awesome. Are you ready, Mario? There are plenty more where they came from, and they'll all have it in for us. Why are they so jealous? When they attack, try to hammer them or jump on them while in the field. Attack successfully, and you can perform a first strike when you enter battle. So if an enemy catches sight of you, be sure to thump him as soon as you go into battle. Like, see, like, he nodded while he was talking. Like, there's so many visual things that are added that, like, a lot of people probably won't notice. But I notice. I care. I care, and I'm glad. Oh, glad I jumped on that guy. He had a fire flower. That would not have been nice. You can hammer first strike enemies that are airborne. It doesn't really tell you that, but that's a thing you can do. It's not any more useful than a jump attack. Most flying enemies don't really have defense, because that would make it hard to damage them, because you can only damage them with the jump, which have lower attack power than the hammer does. Because the hammer is like one big strike, and the jump is 2 individual ones that are lighter, so like... Yeah, I got an item. Yes, the items are kind of self-explanatory. You can use them for different things. There's a Goomba, like, there's a Goomba that I didn't tattle earlier. That's a Goomba. Yeah, I'm one of those in case you hadn't noticed. It says here, Goombas are underlings of underlings. No standout features to note. That's totally rude. Max HP is 2, attack power, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I kind of get the underling thing now. Oh, there are little, like, speed lines, for lack of a better word, like while you're attacking. That's cool. I like details like that. I'm very detail-oriented. Another star piece. There is a hidden block in this room that I always miss. I'm gonna have to get rid of this guy first, because he'll try to attack me, I think, if I go to hit it. Because it's like in his path, in its path. That's a Spinia, a totally weird creature made of thin, papery boards. I like their design. They're goofy. Buck teeth. I missed the stylish move for that attack. Oh well. More star points. If you press A while the star points are like moving off to the top, you can actually it like shortens the animation down. That's just a useful thing to know. I think it's right here. Yep. Pretty lucky badge. Funnily enough, a few minutes after this, frankly gives you a badge and gives you a tutorial about badges. I just think it's funny that he doesn't give you the tutorial if you happen to find that badge first. Granted, the vast majority of people, especially new people to this game, are not going to know that badge is there because it's in an invisible block. In fact, I miss that badge most of the time. Until later on, when get out of work, so if you're still streaming. Alright, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be streaming. I'll definitely at least 7. Like I said, whenever Elvis Pelvis wants to hit them all, I guess. But yeah, safe travels on your way home. I did not mean to hit that button. Yeah, it's that button. So yeah, you can, if you already know how to equip badges, you can do that, but you normally don't get access to this menu until he gives you the tutorial, but if you get this badge first, there's no tutorial. Well, he still gives you the tutorial later, but he doesn't give it to you early. There's nothing in here except this black box. Hey, you, can you hear me? You can? That must mean you're the hero of legend. Only the great hero of legend can hear my voice. Yeah, everyone else? Nothing. See, long ago an evil spirit cast a curse on me, locking me in this chest. It was a real drag. I've been here ever since, waiting a long, long time for the hero to come by. So yeah, anyway, big guy, what brings a hero like you to a place like this? Mario, a word with you? I'm not exactly confident that we can trust this chest. I think it may be best not to mention that we're looking for the crystal stars. Well, drat. I just said it out loud. What's wrong with me? Oh yeah, searching for the crystal stars, are you now? So you really are a hero. Well, you're definitely going to need my help if you hope to get those bad boys. So first, you should look for the key to this chest, then use it to let me out. Definitely. Not sure how this chess guy would know anything about crystal stars. What do you think we ought to do? Well, I know my vote goes to you finding that key. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. This is what the key looks like, by the way. Come on, being stuck in a box is no picnic. I'm counting on you, oh great legendary hero. I guess I'll go find that key. Oh, where is the key? A lot of the starting thing for the beginning part of the game, a lot of stuff they tell you to go find is not hard to find. What sounded condescending? Me saying where's the key? Oh, I forgot there's funny dialogue if you taunt them with the key, but I mean that's just all it is. It's just funny dialogue. Oh, come on, don't taunt me. Yeah, it definitely was not a Good Samaritan trapped in the evil black chest. Oh yeah, when they said, "Oh, great legendary hero," yeah, that was definitely that was an allusion to that they might not be as good as they seem, which obviously they're not now that they're out. Oh boy, did you fall for it! I burned you. What, you think I was gonna help you? Instead, I'm gonna spread a little of the suffering I've endured in that stupid box. Yeah, sorry, but those are the breaks. I'm gonna cast an evil, terrible curse upon you. Buggly wuggly woo, you're cursed. Wee hee hee, enjoy that curse, sucker. You got what you deserved. I just walked in and unlocked the chest for you. You want to hear all about the sweet curse I just dropped? Then listen well. From now on, if you press Y in certain areas, you'll turn into a paper airplane. Wee hee. Trembling yet? Suffer the rest of your days under my terrible curse. Oh, I can't help but chortle. You're doomed. This curse is pretty rough, I guess, so I suppose I owe it to you to explain it. Here's the tutorial. the how to curse, how to use curse tutorial. Ready? If you stand on an airplane panel like this one, the floor will start to glow. Yeah, okay, you're on the panel. Now try pressing Y, and then bam, you're a paper airplane. You'll control your tiny paper plane self by tilting the left joystick forward and back. The plane will rise if you tell L in the direction behind you. It also goes more in depth. Originally it just says you can control the airplane by tilting left and right. But now it gives you like a more in-depth tutorial about how to navigate, which can be helpful. It's not immediately apparent, I guess, how to use the paper airplane. Once you start to rise, stop tilting L. Timing is key. Try it now and suffer total aerodynamic humiliation. Oh, okay, it's on me now. Wee hee hee hee. When you've had enough airplane shame, press B to deplane and get back to normal. Deplane, what a weird word. I don't think it's real, but I'm not gonna fact check that one. So be honest, do you fully understand the peril this curse has bestowed upon you? If you act like you didn't get it, they have some more condescending dialogue, and I think it's funny. Yes, it's so frightening. You lost control of your brain. Listen once more, crybaby. And then they just repeat everything over again. So now I get to skip through that dialogue and oh, it's gonna make me press the buttons again. How many times do I have to do this? Okay, just 3 apparently. Yep, deplane, get back to normal. I got it this time. Yep. I got it the first time. I just wanted to show the funny lost control of your brain thing. So, wow. Just wow. What was that guy's beef? I mean, if I was trapped in a black chest for however many years that guy was, I'd be pretty unhappy too. The plane does control differently than it does in the original, which kind of makes sense. It traveled more in a straight line. Okay. Deplane. I figured it was probably a real word, but I've never heard anybody use it, so I've never heard anybody use it either. Well, I guess you said you never heard an American use it. I haven't talked to very many non-Americans, so I guess that'd be why I've never heard anybody say it. But yeah, I didn't really doubt that it was a real word. I just didn't feel like, I figured it was, and I didn't feel like fact-checking it. Oh, Mario Goombella, look at that. I really like the new, it's not, I wouldn't even say it's like a new design. It still looks, it's got like the same engravings on it as the Thousand Year Door in the original, but it's like, it's shiny. I like shiny things. So the legends are all true. Come, let's move closer. Oh, you can check the door now. Before it just kind of sat there. So this is the thousand-year door spoken of in the legends. It's even more incredible up close. Now, where can we unfurl the magical map? A proper unfurling calls for a dedicated surface. That'd be what this is for, I bet. The song is different. It's like building up. I've made it. No spoilers. I said no spoilers, Jay. I told you Madame Flurry would be your favorite character. Are you watching the part are you at the part where are you watching the part where she like adds herself to your party? You don't even get a choice. That scene. This is what I was talking about with the detail with the map. Before it just like showed the crystal star where it was, but now it's like it like colors in and then pops up off the map. And then the crystal star shows up next to it. That's really cool. The location of a crystal star has been recorded on your magical map. No, you don't. You don't hate me. You hate Madame Flurry. That's just some misdirected anger. And Mario has learned a special move. You can now use Sweet Treat. I love Sweet Treat. I love me some Sweet Treats. Professor, the map. And what was with all those strange lights? This looks like information related to the location of a crystal star. And that shining light, it looked as if a mysterious power was given to Mario. Frankly, it has the gift of intuition. Well, one way or another, we should return to my place and study the map closely. Aha, I see. There's Gus. There's Gus right there. Gus is great. You understand it, Professor? Of course I do, and I shall explain. The first thing to know is, this map is truly astounding. Somehow, this map contains radar-like functions. It's showing us the location of a crystal star. It's magic. Duh. It looks like the first crystal star is to be found in a place called Petal Meadows. Petal Meadows? I like the head tilt there. Yes, the area is a vast meadow that lies far to the east of Rogueport. To tell you the truth, I've always thought that place was a tad suspicious. The name Petal Meadows did come up from time to time in my research. Okay, fine, so we'll go there. Does anybody know how to get there or what? I'm fairly certain that somewhere beneath the city is a pipe to Petal Meadows. If you could just find that, you'd get there instantly. Pipe travel's efficient. Say, by the way, Mario, I'm curious, how did you get that map anyway? I like the hands out in front of him while he's talking. From Princess Peach? Really? Her Highness sent this to you, Mario? This Princess Peach, this wouldn't be her, would it? Front-facing paper Princess Peach isn't real. She can't hurt you. Front-facing paper Princess Peach. So it is her. Your princess came to see me the other day. Another music change. I don't really get this one though. Is this supposed to be like some mystery theme or something? You don't like the front-facing paper Princess Peach? I talk too fast. I don't know what you're talking about now. Your princess came to see me the other day. She wanted to... Oh, no, what? Well, I mean, what is it you don't like then? Oh. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I thought that I was kind of confused after you said that's not what that's not what you were talking about. I was like, did I say something else? But you're at least okay, right? Not like a serious mild stroke, just like a light mild stroke. Anyway, I told her about the crystal stars and my suspicions about Petal Meadows. It doesn't seem likely, but perhaps she tried to go there on her own. Wow, such fear. You know, Professor, there was another suspicious group asking about the same thing. But I can't imagine Princess Peach getting involved with them. I don't get this. Like, does he know? He doesn't, because when you mention them later, when they get mentioned later, he acts surprised. But I feel like he would know about the bad guys looking for them already, because he is already doing research. It's settled. Off to Petal Meadows you two go. If Princess Peach indeed went there, your first priority must be to catch up to her. Collecting the crystal stars is means to an end, and that end is Princess Peach. Aren't you coming, Professor? No, I'll stay in town and ask around about Princess Peach and that suspicious gang. Besides, I doubt a shriveled old Goomba like me could handle the trials of the road. Yeah, he's got the poofy hair and bushy eyebrows and everything. He's a super old Goomba. Of course, if anything happens and you need some advice, come see me, okay? You got it, Professor. Well, Mario, we're off. Give it your best. Now then, allow me to give you both a proper farewell. Ah, Mario, there's something I forgot to mention. Firstly, about that light we saw shining on you. By my reckoning, I am not old. I'm not even 21 yet. Stop. Stop calling me old. You call me old all the time. Quit it. You're the same age as me. By my reckoning, Mario can now perform what is known as a special move. A special move? Yes, well, stuff like this is better explained by example rather than words. Would you like to try it out? Nah, no, I'm just kidding. For your all's sake, for the viewer's sake. Let's give it a little test run. I love kazoos. First, take a close look at your star power gauge. You'll see that your gauge is one power dot. Obviously, that's a single unit of power, so you're sitting on a single dot of star power. With me so far? He literally just said the same thing 3 times. Yes, I am with you. When you have star power available, you can use a special move. Try using Sweet Treat now. It's a special move that will replenish your HP and FP. Repeatedly tilt L left to shoot hearts and flowers. I'm missing a lot. Hold on. We're kind of supposed to spam it. That's really the only way to get everything. But yeah, if you miss, then you just kind of miss. That was a pretty good Sweet Treat. I think the max is like 7 HP and 8 FP, so I only missed a couple of each. I didn't need any more of it anyways. Since you used 1 power dot, the star power gauge is now empty. Even if the gauge empties out though, you can still charge it up again. That's why the audience watching your battles is so very important. If you can get the audience excited, you'll build up more star power. See, even little details, like the reflection of the stage, like you can see Frankly's reflection in it. It's like it's waxed or polished or something. I like it. Picasso. I like it. Yeah, attacking gives you some star power back. Stylish moves, the reason why they're important. Too meta. Oh, too meta because I'm talking about the stage. I'm sorry, I won't do that again, I guess. I was just gonna say the reason stylish moves are important are because they give you extra star power. So I guess you don't always have to do them if you don't want to, but like you can. Oh, you probably meant metas and like they're pointing out the menu elements. Yeah, the audience. No, they're a valid in-universe explanation for recharging. Honestly, I think it makes a little more sense than in the first Paper Mario game you also had star power, but you recharged it by doing this thing called focusing, where you just kind of like in that game you had to rescue star spirits instead of crystal stars, because Bowser trapped all the star spirits and took this star rod, which is a powerful magical thing. But to recharge your star power in a battle, you had to focus and basically I guess wish / pray / something to the star spirits, and they would recharge. They'd boost your star power a little bit and let you recharge more that turn. But I think the audiences makes much more sense, especially with the whole theatrical thing going on here. Well, that's all I've got. Here ends my scintillating, I don't know how to say that word, lecture on special moves. Fine work, Mario. This is one of those tutorials that's different. It's shortened. There's another thing related to the audience that in the original he teaches you during that tutorial, but he doesn't now. But it's also taught to you later on, so... Mario, it's scary out there. Take this with you. This is the badge tutorial I was talking about. Even though I already have and equipped a badge, he gives me the tutorial anyways. I will skip this tutorial, because there's not a lot to it. I already showed it. No thanks. He tries to convince you, too. He's like, are you sure this is important? No thanks. Yeah, it takes badge points to equip badges. You only have so many slots, and different badges take up different numbers of slots. Yeah. You can also navigate the menu with the triggers, but it's easier to use the D-pad. You can see in the left corner, it's easier to use the D-pad to just go straight to the menu. It's faster. But yeah, it just tells you that this is where your badges are. You can press A to equip it. That takes up a badge point. If you unequip it, it gives you the badge point back, but you don't get to use the badge. That's it. That is all of it. You can also sort them, but that doesn't tell you that specifically. Hi, Gus. This guy, I haven't made a whole lot of use of him yet. He kind of shoehorns his way in there though while you're on your way back down. He's called the Battle Master, and he teaches the more esoteric things that you kind of just had to learn on your own in the original game, which I think is convenient. But I know those esoteric things, so I don't need to talk to him. But yeah. Yeah, you can practice, which I didn't try practicing. So maybe I could try that here in a second. But yeah, tell me the secrets is just he literally tells you all of these things. He tells you about leveling up, HP, being in a danger state, flower points, badge points, equipping badges. He gives you, it's basically like the tutorial guy. You just talk to him and he gives you tutorial on whatever you want. But I know all that stuff, so I wonder what practicing action commands is like though. It probably just puts you in another one of those tutorial battles. He's got his own battle theme? That's cool. I'll practice moves, I guess, for a second. Oh, and you can practice everything, and it doesn't consume anything. I'm assuming that means if you practice dodging, you won't. Oh yeah, if you hit one of those poison mushrooms, it debilitates you for a second. I'm not really trying to hit everything. Because again, this is just practice, and I'm just kind of seeing what it does. Swap partner. I don't have other partners, so. But it lets you practice new badges, without having to practice them in battle. That's cool. Power Smash just takes longer, and also has more stylish inputs. Practicing guarding, does he just smack you with the things? With the cutouts? Oh. Too slow. Shut up. Perfect. Okay, I guess I'll try again. Okay, I guess I'll try again. There we go. I haven't fully gotten the hang of super guarding yet. I'm still thinking in terms of the original, which has slightly different timing. It's a difference of like 1 frame, but it's enough to mess me up because it's such a tight thing to do. See, now that I know for this specific, I kind of wish it did different attacks from different angles, because now that I know that you can practice with the partner too. Does that make any difference? Not really. Yeah, I kind of wish that they maybe did like a charge attack or something that's like straight, like head on without jumping. I guess it's just meant to be like a general practice session though, not like specific stuff. That's cool though. I like this. That's something I've felt like was kind of missing from the original. Yeah, I don't need anything else right now. I guess he learns more stuff as you go through. Before I go though, the badge shop should be open now, so I can get some extra goodies. Including the one that changes the soundtrack to the original. And I'm not entirely sure how that works, because it says that it also puts the new exclusive tracks along with it, but I tried it earlier and I didn't notice anything really all that different. But yeah, the Nostalgic Tunes badge, it looks like a GameCube, and it changes the background music to that of the original. And it costs 1 coin. It's cheaper than the cheapest item. I'm pretty sure it's cheaper than a dried shroom, which is, like, worthless. I don't need you to explain it again. Yes, I am interested. I would like to buy that badge. Power Jump. I like Power Jump. It's the Power Smash, but in a jump attack instead. Super Appeal. That I like Super Appeal too. Appealing is a thing. I don't know. I don't think Frankly said anything about that. He does in the original, but Gaga Bingo. Oh, hi Drew. I could tell it was you from your username. Speaking of which, it's about 7 now, so I'm gonna finish out the prologue and then I don't know. I don't know if... Oh, he says the mall closes at 8, so... Okay, hold on. That was an hour ago. I mean, I was gonna have to get off soon anyways, because I, like, end the stream, because I'm getting hungry. I need a snacky. But like I said, this isn't gonna be the last one I do ever, so... I forgot the mall closes at 8. I always forget the mall closes at 8. Maybe you need to turn into... Oh, I know that. I accidentally pressed the trigger. How many star pieces do I have? 6. I feel like I should have more. Then again, it is the prologue. I don't think... Yeah, he's out here now. My name is Dazzle, and I collect star pieces. The more I collect, the happier I am. Oh, he like reaches in his bag. That's cool. I already forgot. What I might have been talking about when you said that. What do you mean the closest one to us? Like the mall? The closest mall to us, or? I don't really need any of these, I don't think. Item Hog. I like Item Hog, but... The mall, yeah, I figured. Yeah, the Grand Central closes at 8, so I'm gonna save for quick change. What? You changed your mind? Aw, come on. He doesn't call you lame anymore. I miss being called lame by Dazzle, the star piece trader. There's a Goomba down here I want to fight. Yep. I feel like for a Thursday it's kind of early to close. Like, I get maybe on Sundays closing early, but then again, Friday and Saturday are probably their busiest days. Maybe that's... Or maybe they always close at 8 and I'm just, like, I just am misthinking. I'm pretty sure I've gotten all the star pieces I can right now, so I'll just keep going and finish out the prologue. It's almost over. Yeah, that's what I thought, that it's always been that way. It's kind of soggy and majorly gross. It seems to be almost inviting us to do something, doesn't it? But what? That. Ouch, that hurt. I don't speak blooper. I'm not saying bloop. Who just up and whacks someone's tootsies like that? Somebody with some serious moxie, that's who. Would you look at that? It's some saucy mustached guy. Yeah, I don't wanna try to speak blooper and like misappropriate a word or something. I agree, it's probably for the best I don't attempt that. He's in a world of hurt. Ooh, tentacles. I'll give him a taste of the old tentacle trample. You remember what Professor Frankly told us, right? You can press Y. Yes, I've already done that. If your HP drops, yes. That was the joke. That's the joke. The joke... That would be... Yeah, cultural appropriate. Well, I don't know. Do bloopers have culture? They're kind of just like... bloopers. Well, animals have been seen to exhibit like some semblance of like a culture in the wild, so bloopers probably have a whole society and stuff. They seem intelligent enough. I'm kind of lazy, so I'm gonna use this fire flower to knock the blooper out of the air. And then tattle the blooper. That's a blooper, and a really super humongous one, too. Ew, it's all slimy. I just totally can't stand slimy, nasty, icky things. Gross. Gross. Tickle the forbidden tickle. Max HP is 12, attack is 1, and defense is 0. It attacks with tentacles and ink. Once you damage both its tentacles, it'll fall down, and then it's attack time. By the way, the tentacles each have 3 HP. I figured that out already. Now relax and make seafood out of that slimy, nasty blooper. It's still on the ground, flailing around. Did I not put on Power Smash? That's right, I only have 3 BP. I can't put on... Or Power Jump. I can't put on Power Jump. I'll just use Power Smash, I guess. I'm not gonna say how to do the stylish moves. That's a surprise. That's a surprise that the game doesn't tell you right away normally. Or at all. Like, I just already know. I'm not... Good Lord Goombella, you can say... Good Lord... Oh, wait, hold on. I misread. I'm done. Stream's over, guys. Sorry. You can't say that. Anyways. Normally the stylish things are like a secret. Oh, I gotta focus on this. Hold on. I gotta see if I can hit it. Yes! Bingos are important because depending on what bingo you land on, it completely refills one or all of your like status bars and also fills up your audience. I missed the stylish again. Ooh, I like that like flash when you beat the boss. Clear bonus. That's a new thing. Well, bloop. I said it that time because that's all that the blooper said. And that is the last we ever see of that blooper. It never comes back. It's dead permanently. Sorry to burst your bubble, guys. Blooper is not a returning character. And with that, the prologue is over and chapter 1 begins. It's been almost 2.5 hours at this point, and I haven't eaten in a while, so I'm kind of starving. I think I'm gonna cut it off here. I'm either gonna stream again tomorrow or the next day for sure. Something about being at Petal Meadows. Here we go, Mario, the start of our adventure. This is completely awesome. Goombella tells you this, but I'm just gonna tell you also. Oh, okay. It's telling me it can't keep recording. I can keep streaming though, so that's good. I don't know why it was recording in the first place. YouTube already records. But, you can smack trees and stuff will fall out of them sometimes. Like, sometimes star pieces. Sometimes items, sometimes coins. It kind of just depends. I guess one last thing before I close it out. Oh yeah, the new badges I got. The Nostalgic Tunes does exactly what it says it does. It changes the soundtrack to the old like GameCube version. But I want to play with the new music. I want to have the new music in the background. I got a needle out of a tree. Oh, well, yeah, don't hit trees in real life. That's not nice. That's not pleasant. That's not a pleasant sensation. I wouldn't suggest that. I'm gonna take off Pretty Lucky so I can do Power Jump and Super Appeal. Nothing really deals enough damage to me yet that I need a dodge chance. Anyways, like I said, last thing before I close out I was gonna say video, stream, I guess. Which now you can go to the title screen without resetting the console. That's a welcome addition. Okay, the game's gaslighting me. Let me make sure I've saved. Saved, okay. Now the title screen changes with new party members. So like before it was just Mario on there. In fact, I took a screenshot to show later on. Or maybe I didn't. Nope, there it is. It just has Mario at the start. Pretty sure Levi was the only one in here when I started the game, so he would have been the only one that saw that. But yeah, with new party members, which you can see from the icon that there's, well, actually that's not the same as the title screen, never mind. But there might be more than just party characters. On the original title screen, Bowser and Peach were also on there, and obviously they're not, well, maybe not so obviously with Bowser, but they're not party members. So no, please don't start that intro sequence. I don't need that. But, I lost my train of thought because of that. The title screen changes with new party members. That's the important part of what I was trying to say. Already 2 hours, jeez. It's because I spent so much time talking and yapping. I'm definitely going to stream again very soon. It's not going to be like one of those where I say I will and then I never do. Like the Five Nights at Freddy's thing. I might go back to that. I don't know. It's kind of not popular anymore, so if I do that, it would be just for the sake of finishing it. Give me the Mario. I didn't mind it. You will definitely receive the Mario and everything just like this. Again, either tomorrow or the next day. I'm also going to go eat something for dinner. I'll talk to you later, though. I'll talk to you later, though, Jay. I forgot what I was saying again, dang it. Okay, I'll just start over. I'll stream it again soon, either tomorrow or the next day. And, yes, Drew, I will be filling up my tum-tum. Thank you for the reminder. Oh, that violin, that wasn't there originally. I like that. Either tomorrow or the next day. I'll probably make another post about it or something. Maybe more people will watch tomorrow. Part of me hopes that happens, part of me hopes it doesn't, because I'll get scared. I'll get scared with random people I don't know. But that's part of streaming. I'm actually surprised not a single additional person, like I capped at 4. So I'm kind of surprised actually that no one else showed up to watch, even for just a second. But I was watching the concurrent the whole time and it never went above 4. And it went down to 3 after Mikey left, so... and then 2, because I'm assuming Elvis Pelvis left, but then it went back up to 3 when Drew joined. But, yeah, definitely going to stream again. I said that for the umpteenth time now. Probably tomorrow. Yeah, probably tomorrow. I'll probably give it the same title, the Mediocre Gamer Presents, whatever, so, and I'll probably send you guys specifically the link so you can watch it without having to search for it. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. That's all I can think of to say, so I guess it's time to sign off. Actually, I'm not going to close it, because I'm going to not keep playing on this, so I will close the game, but, like, I might play on, like, my other account. But that's all I've got. See you guys.